Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Scottish Sim Guy, and here we are on Wood End Farm, my custom farm build on Oak Bridge. This will be episode 7, I think. So, in the last episode, we basically made some silage bales out of the excess grass that we had. We'd filled as much as I had wanted to put into the pit. I think we've got more than enough in there, so I decided to make some bales, and that way it just makes easier for probably putting them away to sell them. Firstly, before we start, I do want to kind of apologise audio wise. I'm really struggling to try and get my settings all sorted out to make this a little bit more clearer audio wise. It's kind of coming and going. It's not as good as what I would like it. So going to apologise for that. I have been talking to Midlife Simster, trying to kind of sort it out. The way that I'm doing it, I'm recording my visuals onto an external hard drive, and then using an editor on my laptop to edit that, and then basically using a toner microphone, using the sound recording on the laptop, and with that editing them together. I think that's where my audio might be failing. Talking to a few people, they're recording their audio and their visuals gameplay combined, using an editor, OBS I think it is, to edit it all together. So I might try that. So what I'm going to have to do is just buy something to record all that, and so it's getting recorded straight onto the laptop rather than an external hard drive, and hopefully the audio quality is a bit better going in through that. Though saying that, I have used OBS to record my audio only, and there doesn't seem to be any change there. So we'll see. I need to mess about with some things. I really need to get some settings sorted out. So if anybody does have any basically advice on what you could help me out with, settings and anything like that, anything to try, greatly appreciated. Please either hit me up on the comments or get me on my Discord channel. Links in the video description and on my bio for my YouTube. So yeah, just do that. So basically today's episode, I'm actually going to go and start spreading some fertiliser. I want to get some fert put onto, I better put this weight block on first actually. I want to get some fertiliser put onto the fields that we've taken silage off of, get a bit of fert on them. I don't want to use the dung. I'm going to use the dung for basically the arable fields, and I can cultivate it in, and I'll leave the slurry. I've not got a massive amount of slurry, so I'll leave that now, and I'll just use some fertiliser just now would be the plan. So I'll stick this just like that now, lower it down, and I'll get the telehandler here, and I'll get some bags of fert lifted into this. So get pallet forks. So yeah, be the plan, just get some fert on the fields, and then I can get a second cut off for them. Got some fields that I haven't cut yet, I think 2, so I'm going to go and cut them as well. Plan would also be to make hay off of them. It's early enough, it's June, so if I can get a cut of hay off of them, and then I'll get another cut of silage, make that bales, then hopefully that'll do the job. Give me plenty of bales to, well, I reckon I'll sell all the bales at one point to make a bit of money, but it gives me something to fall back on as well if I need the bales. Because we could end up, just if we're feeding anything still outside, we can open up the pit once the pit's ready, but we can use bales as well. Right. Don't think I'll need all 4 bags, so I don't know why I picked 4 up, but hey ho. I think it's only 2.3 tonne this bag, so this spreader, so I think I'll get 2 and a bit bags in. So I'll just put 2 over just now, get 2 in. Yeah, I think the 2 bags will do just now actually. I'll just put the 2 bags in and I'll just sit that down like that and I can come back for the other 2. So I'll just jump out. Right, yeah, I'll just leave that off. So we'll go and we'll get some dirt on these fields. I'll get a GPS set up and we can get flying on with that. So I'll go and do the furthest away fields first, but you can see if it's kind of changing in colour. Linseed's all colour, the OSR, oilseed rape, it's flowered, it's nice and yellow now. So we're not getting far, we're not far away from harvest, which is good. So we just need to try and get everything else kind of sorted out and read up and out the way, and then we can concentrate with harvest. But I have been enjoying this. If you've seen, I've done a couple of builds on Lady Hill. I enjoyed doing them, so I will keep doing builds. As new UK maps come out, I'll start doing farm builds and that on them, so that's the idea and the plan. So let's get this on 24 metres and we'll start. Yep, okay, that'll do. I'll just put show lines on, makes it a bit easier. There we go. And away we go. Yeah, GPS just does make it that bit easier for us. I don't usually do show lines, but I just thought it does make it just a little bit easier. I probably will switch it off at some point, but I kind of usually just get into the way of it, but sometimes it's good just to see the outline of the first lap round the field as well. But I know a lot of guys that are making content seem to keep it on. I usually just get rid of it. Makes it a wee bit more realistic when you're playing it. You're not relying on it, but that's not going to turn, is it? There we go. And we'll get all this fert spread on as many of these fields as we can, and then that will hopefully get us another cut quite soon, hopefully for August anyway. And then that we might sneak a hole if I can get hay done off of these 2 fields that I've still got, which I don't know why that came off there. If I can get the hay off of these 2 fields and it's enough, then I'll put them in for a cut of silage after that as well. So yeah, we'll get plenty of silage and stuff done. Now, this is the time I'll turn around and tell you all, guys, that views, likes, everything, comments, it really does mean a lot. It really does help the channel. We are, well, I am really enjoying making all the content, and all the likes and stuff like that. It does really help me a lot, and it helps the channel grow. And with that, you know, we are now starting to make a little bit of money off of ad revenue and stuff like that, which will all be going back into the channel. I think 100% that I will be going and upgrading my microphone if that is what's going to be the problem, if I can't get the settings sorted out. So do absolutely appreciate every single one of you that does like and subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely brilliant. Everybody that's joined Discord as well so far, thank you very much. It's as I have mentioned in some previous videos, I've been really busy at work and that lately, so trying to get as much content and talking on Discord lately has been quite hard, but we are we'll get there. We'll get the time. We'll get it done. But yeah, I do appreciate you all. So if you could all just give us a like, subscribe to the channel, big thumbs up. It is very, very, very much appreciated. But yeah, just go and check out my Discord channel as well. Chat away to me on there. You can support me on Ko-fi, but just by liking and subscribing to the channel on here, that is supporting me in a big, big way as well, guys. So really, really do appreciate it, either one way or the other. Right, let's see if we can get it done for here. Right, perfect. And I'll start down the bottom corner here. So I'll do this field and then I'll batter it on probably into a time lapse, guys, and just get on with all the fertiliser spreading that we need to get done, and then we'll get on with getting some hay made as well. Also like to say, you know, I'm a big supporter of other channels on YouTube, so I'm going to keep adding more and more channels to my friends list, and I'll always have that in my description. Check out friends of the channel. So big one is Midlife Simster. We are basically in the same position. Two guys just like playing Farming Simulator, decided to make some content, roughly the same age. So yeah, appreciate it. If you go and give him a little check out on his channel as well. There are some great smaller content creators, and the good thing about it ourselves as well is that we're doing all this on console. You will always, as I say, find the majority of content creators are on PC. That might happen for myself in the future, but I'm a big console player. I've always been a console player, but I may jump ship at some point. If I was to ever do it, it's mostly going to be for the fact of custom farm builds, being able to do save files for people to play those farms, because it's something I get asked for a lot. I mean, every farm build I get done, I get asked, can I have the save file for this? And I'm like, I can't. It's on console. It's not done. So that would be the only reason I would do it, is just so people can play my save files and of my farm builds, but also would allow me access to way more mods to be able to do that. As you know, I do love making farm builds, and I do enjoy it. I'm quite good at it, so it's something that I love doing and sharing with you guys, and it's something that's got the channel to where it is today. Out of everything that I do on the channel, it is the farm builds that people notice most. It's the farm builds that get the most views. So with that, yeah, I love it, but I do like doing gameplay. I do like doing this, and since I've started doing this little series here, it's talking to you guys, getting to know you all in the comments and on Discord and things like that. So yeah, I'm really not wrong line. Hate that when that happens. Focused in on a line and it decides it's going on another one. But that's nearly that fertiliser ran out, so basically have enough to get this field done. I'll go and top up, and then I'm going to stick it on a time lapse, and I'm going to get the other fields. I think I've got 2 left to do. I'm going to get them 2 done, and then we'll get on to cutting some hay, I think. Getting some hay made. while the sun shines, as they say. But yeah, it's I'm enjoying 25 now. Let me know what you guys think. 25 it's obviously got better. Are you enjoying it more now? Um, are you still not too keen on it? I know some people aren't, and there's a lot of people who haven't made the jump to 25 yet. From the Facebook group that I'm a member of, there's a lot of people on there that haven't made that jump yet to 25. 22 was outstanding. I absolutely love 22, and some of the maps on it absolutely fantastic. Now, I made the jump mostly because I am making content, and with that, keeping up with everything. And at the start, yeah, it wasn't as good graphics wise for console players. We were really let down. Um, so there's certain things. I mean, it's got a lot better now, a lot of updates and patches. But um, the one thing that has really made me stick to this 25 is the fact that GPS is a big selling point for me. It has made it a lot better. As I say, and I don't know if I've mentioned in other videos, one of the main reasons that I love GPS is, yes, it's realistic, but for me as a console content creator, you will look at content made from other creators on PC. The graphics, the cinematics they can get, absolutely fantastic. Where we can't really get that. Midlife Simster's done it. Obviously, you still get the cursor in the middle of the screen, but we've managed to do it. Done a couple of cinematic bits myself, but for basically creating content, and you don't want the same view all the time of this guy like this going down a field. So you want to maybe have different views of like down here, the tractor going along the field, and trying to keep that in a straight line where you can't see where you're going, very hard. But when you've got GPS, I'll basically show you just how easy and better it is. So if we go up to this corner here, and we'll start in this corner here. So if I do this, lock on the GPS, turn that on and go. I'll wait until see if it turns round the corner itself first, and once if it starts turning round the corner I'll be able to, yeah. So if I was to do this, I mean look at that. Now I wouldn't be able to do that without having GPS. On 22 I couldn't do that at all because I wouldn't know where I was going. So to get a bit more, views and greater cinematics, it makes a big difference for a console player to be able to play, rather than just like, usually if I was spreading fertiliser on 22 to see what was happening and going on, I would have to have it away out here like this. So with that, it's like, oh wait a minute, having to spread it right to see the line, but also as well spreading on this I can't see the edge of the fertiliser. So as long as I go with the GPS, I know I'm going to go right into, and that's an actual thing. Wait a minute, I didn't check that. So I'm spreading wider than what I actually should be there, going by the GPS. And it's one thing I never checked, because this is a 24 and a 32 metre spread, and I'm 100% it's locked on 24. That's what it automatically went on. But I got the settings. Hold on. No, wrong one. But what did I just switch off there? That. So let's go to general settings. Let's go to menu, the help button. Right, let's see what this is spreading at. 36 metres. Knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So hold on, wait a minute. Let's change that to change work width 24. That should be it now. if I go into GPS now, that is 24 metre auto. So just watch that as well, guys. That was a spreader set at 36 metres, but automatically on GPS it puts it on to 24, and I never even bothered to check. I was wondering that with other fields that I'd done when I was lining up, why there wasn't sometimes. But yeah, right, so that's that. So switch that back off. Right, so yeah, just watch that, guys. Well, I didn't even think to check, so that'll be. I see. It wasn't till I went up into that view, so that's a bit. That's a bit better now. Little overlap, but not as much as what it was. Yeah, much better. Not going to be wasting as much fertiliser now as well. But yeah, that's, GPS just absolutely changes things for us. So it does. So basically, I did say I was going to jump on a time lapse, but I'm too busy talking to you guys and just getting the job done. When it gets to the hay, I might jump on a time lapse, but yeah. And again, as well, audio quality, guys, as well. If you are, you're going to pick up my button clicks as well in the background. I'm going to actually speak to Midlife Simster. He's got his settings there for OBS. I'm going to see if I can get them copied just to see, because he's managed to do settings where he's managed to get rid of his button clicks and stuff like that. If I click down quite a lot, depending on what I'm doing, you can hear my button clicks in the background. So I really do need to play about with settings. He did send me a brilliant video that, if you're listening or watching this, mids, I haven't even got round to watching yet. Just life has been absolutely chaotic lately. But he did send me a brilliant video of a guy on YouTube for working out settings, etc., etc. So I'll need to go on and have a look at that and get it done. So I'm going to spread fert. I'm going to just be getting a tail end here on the left hand side because my spread was wider with that first run, but I'll work itself out down here. But yeah, that's it. It's like I've noticed it in a couple of videos, hear the button clicks and stuff like that. It's annoying personally. I think this is one of the reasons why I never kind of done this style of video. It was always time lapse and all about, watching me doing what I do. And I don't, maybe I've mentioned it before, but one kind of content creator that I watched all the time and loved his videos, and he was always time lapse, but his views were through the roof, and he made brilliant content, and there was never any talking. It was always time lapse of his videos. Was the Little Farmer content absolutely brilliant. What he done, the amount of content he flung out there was absolutely amazing. I actually haven't seen a new video from him in a while. I'll need to actually jump on and check, but his was all cinematic and nothing, and he just like views like this and pan round and just, yeah, really good, and brilliant music to go along with it. And I always try to take inspiration from his videos, and that's why I kind of always just done time lapses and never kind of spoke to anybody and just did it like the way that I have. But there's always some people prefer me sitting here talking absolute rubbish while playing the game. Some people would probably tell me to shut up and just do time lapses. It might be in the future, depending on the series and what I'm doing. You just have the option to say what happens, which I'll look into. Don't know why that's missed a bit over there. I'll need to go and get that. But yeah, that's why I kind of do, and I've done it the way I have done. So, well, yeah, but we'll just keep doing it the way I'm doing it now. I'm enjoying doing this series and chatting away, so that is that. Now, kind of looking to the future, what the series is going to do, what we're going to try and achieve, and I have said it before, new shed, definitely. So we're going to look at new UK style cattle shed, and I think I'm going to shove the cows in that, and I'm going to use the two that I've got up there for um, for the calves. Main reason being, and I want to test it out. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to get rid of that dung heap and move it, and those two sheds will just muck out manually with a forklift, and then the other shed I'll put the dung midden next to it, and I'll make that an area for maybe even putting silage bales in there between the two sheds. And I think Midlife's, I keep mentioning him on the video, but Mids has got that exact same shed on his farm, middle farm, that series that he's doing on Oak Bridge, and he's had the same issue with me where there's dung missing, there's manure missing, there's stuff in the heap, there's stuff in the shed, but it doesn't equate. There's a second manure there, and I've got a lot of manure there. So what I want to do is empty out the manure midden, get it all empty, get the sheds emptied, and see what's going on and why I've got missing manure. And if I take away the midden, does that then take away that? So that I've not got any missing manure? Because the way that's looking just now is I've got quite a lot of manure that would be missing. So we'll see how it goes. That's done well to actually turn round that corner, but it's not going to turn there. Done the hardest part of the GPS and turning it around that corner. But yeah, so we'll get this on. I think the rain's to come this afternoon as well, so I need to try and get on and get the hay done if I can. And try and get as much of that done as we can. I mean, we're nearly finished this and we're half an hour into the video, because I've not even bothered putting on a time lapse. So yeah, we'll go and cut. We'll get the hay cut 100% anyway. See how, I don't want, as I've said to you guys in the past, I don't want to basically have too long of videos. Want to keep them anywhere between the 30, 40, 45 minute range. I don't want them anywhere, I don't want them near an hour, because people just kind of lose interest after that, and it's just me waffling on a load of rubbish in my Scottish accent, and they end up putting subtitles up for you to understand me. But that's the plan. So yeah, I'll go and take this off, and I'll go and stick the mowers on, and get that the grass mowing for hay. I'll stick that 100% on a time lapse just to kind of get through and get a little bit more content on the video, and then hit you up at the end of it. I think that's us done by the looks of it. That'll do. So we'll go and stick the cover back on that, stick this back in the shed. So that's right. Weight block off as well. Yeah, I'll stick the weight block up where it goes up here. And let's get the mower. Oh, I need to move this baler out the way. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think this will just be getting sold as well, and I'll go for a square baler for grass for the sheep. I think make things in life a little bit easier. Get an old square baler. Probably able to sell that round baler and buy a square baler and make money off of it, in all honesty. I need to see what's in mod hub. Like, if you know, there used to be an old Class square baler and there used to be an old John Deere square baler in 22. I think it only cost about 12 grand. So if I can get that, that'd be ideal, and I'll just make squares for the sheep. Not that they eat a lot anyway. So yeah, and then hopefully a bit of bigger machinery in the future, bigger tractor, and I'll change the mowers. Go to my go-to Pottinger triple mowers. That's what I think I'll do. Might even end up in the future getting rid of that wagon and maybe even getting a chopper. Just with GPS now, it makes it a little bit easier. I can put a worker in the chopper and I can go in the trailer and just work away. But rather than swaths, I'll just do the whole crop header. Right, let's go and cut some, yeah, up here. Cut some grass to make some hay. So I'll get it unfolded and that, guys, then I'm just going to jump straight on to a time lapse just to get on with things and get it done. Would be the plan. So I'll reverse back here. So I'm just going to stop now, guys. Alright everyone, welcome back. So we've got a majority of this grass cut for hay, so just thought I would knock it out a little time lapse there and just get the last little bit done. So we'll just finish this off and that. But if you look, anybody notice down the right hand side there, see that fertiliser bag in the field there? I noticed it when I was building Wood End when I was doing all this, and I'm like, there's a random fertiliser bag in the middle of the field, it's just there. I actually forgot to actually go and pick it up. I had all plans of going and picking it up and sticking it in the shed in the farm, but I totally forgot about it. And I actually seen a post about it the other day saying that somebody had came into their game and it was there, but I don't think they've actually just realised it was there. It's there the whole entire time. Every game I go into, if you start off a new one, on Oakbridge, you've got that bag of fertiliser just sitting randomly in the field. Can't remember the field number, but it was, if you know whereabouts this is on the map, then you'll maybe know, or I could just stop like here and actually go into the map. So field 30, so up about here on field 30, there is basically a lovely bag of fertiliser there for you, free of charge. So if you're ever low on fert, go and grab it. Now, I've never taken it away and put it in the shed and then came back into save game to see if it actually respawns back in there. Never know, might need to try it and see. But yeah, just it was kind of catching my attention there, so before you kind of clocked it, I just thought I would bring it to your attention as well. But yeah, I think this episode, I'll just end it on cutting this grass in all honesty. Next episode I think we'll get it raked, get it tedded and raked, and then hopefully get it baled as well. I'll probably do more of a kind of time lapse of things. I'll talk at the start and then knock them onto time lapses just to get through them and get as much stuff in those episodes done as we can. But that is definitely, I think the plan is, we know we'll I think half an hour spreading fertiliser, and then whatever it's been doing this, and by the time I knock it into a time lapse, that'll take a bit of time off of it. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. So we'll get this knocked out and just finish the episode on getting the grass cut, and then hopefully the rain holds off and that allows us to get the hay. And it's also, would absolutely love it for the game. I know it's kind of, we're doing 1 day months and that's why knock that down. It might be fair possible, but as soon as you obviously ted this grass once, that's it into hay. In real life it doesn't work like that. You've got to kind of ted it a few times, and what I used to do, I used to kick it out in the morning, and we would do it another once or twice through the day depending on what was going on. And then what we would do is, if we knew at night time if it wasn't ready the next day, what we would do is we would roll it back up. So we're rolling it up, that doesn't allow as much dew on it, basically it doesn't get as wet. So what we do is roll it up so only the top's getting wet, so then you come in the morning, kick it out, that kicks all the water off of it, and then basically starts letting it get dried out again. And that's what we used to do. So it'd be great for even in the game, for if you want to make hay, if you had to kick it out at least 2 or 3 times. So if you kicked it out once and give it another shake, another maybe once or twice, and then that's you, it would basically tell you when it was ready to make his hay. There'd maybe 3 stages to go through, and just give you a little bar at the bottom just to say, right, you've done it once, you've done it twice, right, this time that's it, it's made into hay, you can now bale it. That would be absolutely brilliant if they could. Whether that's a thing for the next game, we don't know. What's that going to be, 28? probably. So we'll see what happens, but I mean, I know it's all for gameplay and stuff like that, and it doesn't need to be technically realistic, but it would be brilliant if they could actually do that and, you know, have it that you had to kick it out a good few times before it was actually turned into hay rather than just heading it once and that was it done. Right, so I'm going to have to do a lot of moving about here, so I'm going to have to drop this um, mower at the back here, and then I'm going to have to drop the front mower, and I'm going to have to move that class fast bale to get into the header to kick out for the next episode. So I'm just going to do that now. That'll give us a wee bit more of a time, but again guys, as I always do, like, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. It is much appreciated. As I say, it all helps the channel. The more you enjoy my content, the more you like the content, more visibility, and obviously that I'll see, and with that it just drives me on to make more and more content. So I'm kind of having a content day today, just kind of getting some stuff done. I've got a free day, so today is Monday the 23rd of June. I'm away on holiday for a week in the first week in July, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time over the next wee while just trying to basically knock out as much content as I can. Hopefully even getting some lined up so that when I'm away on holiday it's still dropping. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to spend today just kind of making a good bit of content, getting them edited together, getting the videos lined up to come out, and see how we get on. Right, that's that. I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to stick that there. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have all enjoyed it, and we will catch you on the next one. Cheers.